Hello, one and all. I just got 13 games for $15. Let me tell you about it. So if you watched my last video, I mentioned that there's a GameStop nearby that was going out of business. They're selling their games that were $19.99 or less as a 5 for $5 kind of deal. This is great for me. I got 2 of them at 5 for $5. And if you don't know me, not only am I going for a full set of Wii U games, but I'm also collecting games that I think might be fun, or games that I, don't give a crap about, but I just need cases for other games that I do need a better quality box for. So let's go through everything I got the other day, and just as a heads up, 2 of these will be a repeat from my Wii U video, so just deal with it. And by the by, I'm going in no particular order. Here we go! So Final Fantasy 13 is a game that I played when it first came out. I rented it from Family Video. I tried out some gameplay on the first disc. At the time, I just kind of kept wondering when the tutorial would be over, as it never seemed to finish teaching me new aspects. However, I returned it the next day and I haven't really thought about it since. But when I saw it sitting there in the box, complete, I figured that even if the game was just a glorified tutorial, it couldn't hurt me to get it for just $1. Now I just need to get Final Fantasy 12, Final Fantasy 13-2, and Final Fantasy Lightning Returns, and then I'll have all of the disc-based Final Fantasy games in my collection. You must be wondering why this is in my hands. Michael Jackson's The Experience has no nostalgia for me, and I'm not a huge fan of his music, but the reason you're seeing it is because I'm going for a complete purple box or Connect collection for the 360. And as I said in my last video, obviously you can't have a collection of anything without also buying the stinkers. Now, that's not to say that this game is bad. I'm never probably going to play this particular title. But if you have played it, good on you if you liked it. If you played it and you didn't like it, that's fine. I'm going to toe the line and be right down the middle and never play it and not have an opinion on it. But I do have it in my collection now. It's complete in box, and it only cost me $1 American dollar. So Dante's Inferno is up next. This one is probably one of the best God of War clones that I can think of. I'm not saying that there are other bad ones, but there definitely are some other bad ones. I'm just saying that this one is my favorite. I never got to finish it as my save file ate crap a long time ago. So I gave my friend back his copy, and I figured maybe it was just a sign to not play it. And that was, again, a very long time ago. But now Dante's Inferno is back in my collection, and I can play it on my Xbox One X upscaled, so that should be great as well. Dance Central 2. Why do I have this? I already have it in my collection. What the heck is wrong with me? Well, I mean, while it's a perfectly good, viable copy, and I don't normally buy duplicates just to own a duplicate, in this instance, I kind of just bought the thing because I needed an extra purple box. When I looked on eBay, the nearest eBay seller that had just a blank, empty purple box was in the UK, and they were charging $4 to get it here because, it has to travel so far. I just thought, how about I just buy a game I already have for $1 that's a good box? So this one obviously was part of my Wii U January pickups video. However, since it was actually part of this haul, I wanted to mention it again. It originally just had a black DVD case with a GameStop generic cover, but they let me have this one because they had so many copies in the back. So good on them. Oh man, this one is Grease Dance, according to the cover, but it's just Grease according to the back and spine. However, this box is really beat up, you guys. So remember when I said that I buy purple boxes so that I can have cases for my other games? Since I had to get grease to have part of my full Purple Box Connect collection, this will be the perfect game to swap out into that Just Dance 2 box. And then you're about to notice something that I just discovered. Wait for it. Yeah, that. It says PAL on the side. And I was like, what the heck? And then I checked the disc, and it says NTSC on it. So that's mind-boggling. So I thought maybe the customer who sold this into GameStop just happened to find a PAL cover for their NTSC game. And then I remembered on the front, it has the rating system for the United States and not the PEGI system that they use in PAL territory. So that was really confusing. Google had nothing about it. If your box that you own has that same anomaly on it, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to know more. Next up is Call of Duty 3 for the Wii. I've never played this specific game on the Wii. I do have Black Ops for the Wii, and it's incredibly decent. I am more of a fan of the point-and-shoot shooter games rather than using thumbsticks and triggers for shooting. Will I play and beat shooter games on PlayStation and Xbox platforms? Sure. Did I beat Resident Evil 4 on the Wii and hate it with the tank controls on other systems? Yes, 100%. So I picked up this beauty for $1. Doesn't have a manual, but that's okay. I'm sure I can get one for cheap. Batman Arkham City Armored Edition was the other Wii U game that I got that morning. To be honest, I didn't get it at the GameStop that I got these other games from, but it was still part of the haul that I got from that day that totaled at $15. If I'm being completely honest and transparent, it's part of the 13 games, though, that totaled out to being $15. So, Mark McMorris, Infinite Air. Yeah, so this is the only current gen game that I got in this lot. I'm just going to say it up front. It's because it was $1, and I couldn't find anything else. And if it sucks, I won't care. It was only $1. I'll just use the box for another game that needs a better box. I saw online that it has like 50% ratings and 5s out of 10s. So that means 50% of people like it. Maybe I'll be part of that 50%. I do really miss fun skateboarding and snowboarding games. This can't be anything worse than Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 anyway, right? Maybe. So the second to last pickup is actually 3 games in one, hence making my technical count higher. This one does not have a cover or a manual, and nobody's selling any manuals and boxes online, nor can I even find a scan of it to print out and put on the outside of the box, so I may just be stuck with a GameStop cover in my collection. However, to have 3 games for $1, it definitely seemed worth it, and they're all quality Square Enix games. You have Thief, Hitman Absolution, and Deus Ex Human Revolution. I haven't really played any of them. I just know they have decent enough ratings for me to be okay with these games being 33 cents a piece. The last game was an unboxed game, so technically it fits in the palm of my hand because it's a DS game. That game is the legendary Starfy. This was in a box in another part of the store that had games for kids and sports titles or games that I already owned. And while this game isn't necessarily a hidden gem, it was in the box, and I was super excited to see it. The uninitiated might think that it's a kid's game given the stickers, but the legendary Starfy is a game I've seen talked about on YouTube dozens of times, and now is my chance to snag it up for $1. All right, everyone. Well, that's my time. Thanks for watching, and please gently press that subscribe button. Be gentle.